Hey, and welcome to a tutorial for shoulder strength and stretching. So a lot of us tend to hold tension in the shoulders, or we have poor posture. So these are a few poses that will help you to strengthen your shoulders, your arms, help improve your posture, open the chest, and just feel all around better up top so you can walk forward and a little bit more strength and length in the spine. So we'll begin in child's pose. You can let your knees be hip bone distance apart or even wider. Let the toes kiss, and then sink your hips back. And for this variation, you'll keep the arms out in front of you, pressing your hips back. Let the shoulders drop, and then the forehead, your third eye, comes down to your mat. And just take a few breaths here. With each rise, feeling the breath lift the spine, and each exhale, feeling it fall through the chest. You can stay here for several breaths. And then if you would like, you can walk the hands together, press palms together, and then bring the hands to the back of the head or the neck. That will help to open the triceps and the shoulders just a little bit more. And then reach your hands out, tuck the toes under, going into downward facing dog, Shanasana. So fingers are spread really wide, pressing into the fingertips, into the palm. Tuck the toes, and then exhale, hips up high. Really pull the belly in, expanding the ribs. Tilt the tailbone up and away, and the gaze is towards the feet, the knees, or even into the belly button. Let the neck relax. You can shake your head yes, shake it no. Shoulders are really strong, so reminding yourself to press into the fingertips, pressing into the shoulders. So this is a good one to strengthen. You can stay here. You can play with alternating, lifting the legs up, playing around with balance. Feet are about hip bone distance apart, so you want to feel stabilization through the legs, through the hands, through the fingers, and strength. Really engage the shoulders. Think about lifting them up and away, lengthening. And now drop the knees. We'll come into eagle arms. So first, the right arm will come on top of the left. So just crossing here, maybe giving yourself a little mini hug. Sometimes that feels nice. You can stay here if your shoulders are really tight, you feel a lot of tension, and maybe this is where you stay. If you feel pretty good and you want to go a little bit deeper, then the back of the hands can touch, or you can take your hands and wrap them all the way around. So here you feel the shoulder blades, that space in between the shoulder blades, really opening up as you drop the shoulders down. Push the elbows out and lift the hands up. Taking several breaths here. Opening the back of the body creates a little bit more subtlety there. So you can move deeper in poses, but also it takes less pressure off. So then you can open the front of the body and the back of the body while strengthening. And then just switch to the opposite side. So first beginning with that little hug, staying here. And then the back of the hands can touch, or you can wrap all the way around, pressing the palms against each other. Again, shoulders down, elbows out, and hands away from the face, and then maybe lifting up. Sometimes I even like to pulse right here. Gentle movements. This is a really good stretch for the back, but the shoulders as well. Moving right into another shoulder strengthener. You can bring the forearms down, so elbows stay underneath the shoulders. Hands can either be pressing down or the palms can be touching. Or you can even bring the back of the hands down. So just playing around with whatever variation. We're going to come into dolphin pose. So here you are. Make sure that the shoulders don't collapse in like this. You want everything really strong. So you're pressing the elbows down, creating that length through the neck. And you can let your gaze either be right in between your forearms, in between your hands, or you can even look back at your feet as you lift the hips high. So staying here, feet are about hip bone distance apart. You can walk them together if that feels good. And then try to rock a little bit forward. You can come back, rock forward, and come back. Really pulling the belly in. And the bottom of the body looks similar to downward facing dog, but there's a lot of pressure, a lot of strength called for in the shoulders right here. So the longer you stay here, the more you'll feel a burn. You can alternate leg lifts here. You can press your heels down for a deep hamstring stretch. You can try to lift the hips up over the elbows, over the shoulders. And then you would come down and rest in child's pose. You can do that several times, maybe taking 5 to 10 breaths, and do it 3 times to really strengthen the shoulders. Take a moment. And then we'll come into cow face arms. So there is a whole pose, cow face pose. You can do your legs, but we're not really going to do that here because we're focusing mainly just on the shoulders. So if you have a strap, you can use a strap. If you have a scarf or a belt or anything that is long, you can use that. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. You'll grab it in your right hand and hold the right hand like this. Make sure you have lots of give on both sides of the strap. But your right hand is going to point towards the front of the body. And then you just give yourself a nice little pat on the back. So you internally rotate that. The left hand points to the back of the body and then comes back behind you and grabs on to the strap to the opposite side. So here you are. You can pull the right arm up a little bit and then pull the left arm down. You play around with that. And then you can walk the hands together the more that the shoulders open. So cow face arms really opens the tricep, but it opens the left shoulder too. Feels really, really good. And then you would just do the same thing, switching to the opposite side. So I'll show you without a strap. The left hand comes up, pats your back. The right hand flips away and then comes up and meets your left hand. Walk the hands together, and again, pulling a little bit down, pulling a little bit up, and then squeeze the hands and pull against one another. If you don't have a strap, then just use anything that's long that can help you open, and eventually maybe you'll be able to for the hands to meet. But like I said, a lot of us hold tension in our shoulders. It can be on the top, it can be in the front, or it can be in the back. So going into the arms and the rest of the spine. So all of that goes into the flexibility and openness of the shoulders. The last one we're going to do is just a very simple heart opener. You can find a comfortable seated position anywhere. And bring the hands back behind you. And just clasp the hands together. And you'll pull the knuckles down, pull the shoulders back towards each other, reach your heart forward, pull the belly in just a little bit, and maybe look up. So we're opening the chest here. Trying to undo all the posture of sitting down at a computer, at a couch, on the phone. Just breathing into the openness of the chest. And there you go, and come back to a neutral space. So already you feel a little bit stronger. You feel a little bit more open, maybe a little less stress. So those are just shoulders. If you add a little neck stretches in here and there, and that will also help to relieve some of the tension that's caused in the shoulders. Same thing with the spine. So you could do a cat-cow, that feels really nice. But any simple, gentle neck stretches will also help the shoulders in a stretch. So just like we did the dolphin pose, you can also take that back into a forearm plank and really strengthen those shoulders. So with each stretch, I would suggest taking 5 to 10 breaths. Repeat both sides. And if you really like something, maybe in a downward facing dog, practice it about 3 times. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.